Okay, so I thought I'd just do a few pros and cons of the TNA show that was here last night in Abbotsford, BC. Finishing up their West Coast tour. The main card ran as follows. You started off the show with Suicide versus Daniels, winner facing AJ later on that night. Then you had Angelina Love defending her Knockouts title against Taylor Wilde. Then Eric Young versus Matt Morgan. And then you had the two main events, which were Daniels versus Suicide versus AJ Styles for the Legends title. And then the main event was Team 3D and Jeff Jarrett versus Sheik Abdul-Bashir and Beer Money versus Bashir and Beer Money. Here's some things. The pros, it was a very intimate atmosphere. WWE came here in February, and atmosphere-wise and the intimacy level, for a small company that's only been in the business 7 years, blew it out of the water. Like, I'm talking like battleship taking on a tugboat. It was no contest. But I don't know if that was because Abbotsford's such a small town and doesn't have wrestling locally in that area, or if it was just TNA fans and fans that wanted good wrestling. Second of all, it was a nice length of a card. It wasn't 3.5 hours, it wasn't 4. It was just under 3 hours, and you didn't have like 9 or 10 matches. You had 6 matches, and they were all enjoyable. And I can't say enough about the intimacy of the atmosphere. There might have been 800 or 900 people there, but just the way that it was set up, it was like you could find everyone around you and get to know them. It was cool. It was cool. It was like almost like a family gathering. It was so close. Here are some of the cons, and they outweigh the pros. First of all, their merchandise. I was looking forward to getting a t-shirt or two. They had 5 t-shirts. That's it. 5 t-shirts. They had they had a white TNA logo t-shirt, a black TNA logo t-shirt, a Sting t-shirt that was just, check it out on the website. Black Sting and Scorpion on the side. Very ordinary. They had the new AJ Styles t-shirt, and they had the Beer Money t-shirt. They got no Daniels t-shirts, no Joe t-shirts. Oh, and they also had a Main Event Mafia t-shirt. I apologize. They also had that. But they had nothing. They didn't have any replica belts. They didn't have any hats. They didn't have any armbands. They didn't have any, car flags. They didn't have anything. 5 t-shirts. That's it. And it seemed like they only had it in adult sizes too. So the kids that came kind of got gypped off too. The card wasn't announced at all. So people were going into this match. I ran into a couple people on the concourse, and they were like, oh, it should be a great show. Should be, if we knew what the card was. I basically knew what the card was because being internet friendly and being, access to the World Wide Web and all the wrestling websites, I knew that they were basically going to do the same show that they'd done in Arizona and Boise and Washington State. So I knew what to expect. But how can you seriously draw fans if they don't know what the card is? And let's be honest about this. If you're going to say Kurt Angle's going to be at the event, Abbotsford Entertainment Center, then you might want to have TNA say he's going to be at the event. Because that was another thing that kind of pissed people off, was on the Abbotsford website, it said Kurt Angle would be in attendance, and sure enough, he's shooting a movie. That's another thing. Lack of TNA stars. You've only got 6 matches. So you've got Daniels, Suicide, Matt Morgan, Eric Young, Angelina Love, Taylor Wilde, AJ Styles, Beer Money, Bashir, Team 3D, and Jarrett. 13 wrestlers. Like, I mean, talk about not having enough, staff. Here's my absolute favorite. Jeremy Borash. Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome to TNA Wrestling. comes onto his Twitter almost every single day and talking about backstage passes. You're going to find me here, you're going to find me there, Twitter me this, Twitter me that. But yet you get there, and he sat right in front of us. I was front row. People kept trying to talk to him. Hey, JB, talking to him. This guy thinks he's more than he is. Wouldn't reply to anyone. He was almost like, back off, back off. Seriously, note to Jeremy Borash. You're not that big of a star. How about you take the chip off your shoulder, the ego off your belt, and check it at the door? Seriously, I don't understand how you can have a Twitter account which is more accessible than Facebook. Facebook, you can basically only see the person's profile, a picture of them. Do you want to be their friend? Yes, no. Click here. Twitter, you can actually see what's going on in their life. I'm taking a dump today. I picked a zit. I'm in TNA wrestling. So you have these people who are part of your lives that you want to invite in there. You're giving them information about you. But yet when they're up close and personal with you, oh, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, seriously, that's a little bit, you know, confusing. Maybe enlighten us. Let us know what you want, JB. Please, we want to be your friends. So I'll just clarify that for a second, because it sounds like I'm upset because he didn't say hi to me, but it was upsetting for me because as a wrestling fan, I could see the people around me. There was a handicapped gentleman, and there was also another gentleman to my side that was handicapped, and they really, really liked this guy, and they kept wanting to get a picture with him. And he kept saying no. So this is why it bothers me, is because I was on the independent scene and I know how much handicapped people enjoy the sport, and he had no time for them. However, wrestlers like Taylor Wilde and Eric Young were very, very genuine and came by and said hi to them, so such and so forth. Final con is Christopher Daniels. I wasn't one of the ones that was like, where's Kurt Angle? I thought he was going to be here. I miss him. He's a good wrestler. I love you. I was one of the ones that was like, gee, that's a good angle. Maybe you should play that off on TV. Or, in the case in point with Christopher Daniels, he went around and he was signing autographs, and I asked him, Daniels, have you heard anything about Ring of Honor going to the West Coast? Simple question. He worked there before, from the majority of 2002 to maybe 05. What was his answer? I don't know. I don't know. I don't work there. Phone them. Ask them. I don't know. Playing me off like I'm some kind of an idiot. Just asking a question, buddy. You know? I just thought it was kind of funny how a simple question like that could have been answered and resolved in a simple way, and maybe brought in a little bit of enlightenment to the people there that didn't know what Ring of Honor was, because I had a few people look at me like, what's that, what's that? So yeah, but overall it was a great show, great entertainment, and hopefully they come back soon. I'm going to put a video up of Earl Hebner and myself, he got great heat at that show, of me mimicking a blowjob to him. Oh, he got pissed off. So watch for that, and I'll put that up. That's it. So, good show. Penticton shows tonight, and hopefully they draw good there. They said they were coming back. Hopefully we get a better turnout and a better reaction next time. So, hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.